Hey, all right. And we are back, guys. How's it going? Hope you guys had a wonderful day. I can't believe it's Monday again. This is our third week in a row going on live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it has been tremendously fun. It works out great every time. So, as you can see, what the title is, it is Monday Review. We're going to do what we normally do. We're going to hang out a little bit, then we're going to find us a bottle to try, and then we're going to talk about it for a little bit. Now, it is a little bit patchy right now, but it will catch up eventually, I hope. I hope it doesn't run like crap the whole night. But it shall be all right if it does, I reckon. So we're going to get this thing like usual. Let me pull up some music over here on this computer. Where's my mouse? There it is. We will just pull up some other music over here in the background just for you guys. And then while we're doing that, we're going to share this out to everyone. Oh, no. Oh, I deleted you guys. I don't want to do that. I'd hate to delete you guys. I like you guys. A view. All right, we're just posting this out here, guys, and we will get right to talking as usual. Just trying to share this out, tweet it, date it, shade it, ship it. All right, where else can we send this thing? Share. Channel. Let's send that. We're just trying to get this out there, guys. Just give me 1 minute. We're trying to get that out there as far as possible. We want everybody to have the ability to watch the live, because some people just don't have it, and it's terrible. But that's okay. One more thing, and we will be good to go. What we got here? All right, and here we go. Everything's out there. We're going to wait just a little bit longer, and then we're going to go live on Facebook as well. But for right now, we will stay live on YouTube. As you can see, I'm just warming up. We're just drinking us a little bit of Monster right now. Let me actually mute this so you guys don't hear this whenever I get notifications on Discord. So we'll mute this one. We shall also, we're going to unmute this one. But hopefully Discord doesn't get too annoying. There we go. Get some YouTube pulled up on the other one, and we'll start our music for the night as well. I hope everybody's had a wonderful day. Might need to turn down that light just a little bit. I gotta reach way over here. There we go. Should be able to do everything now. Had to reach so far away. Alright, let's get some vlog music going. There we go. Skip the ad. Oh, that's loud. Alright, let's go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. There we go. That should be fine right there. Then we'll get rid of this one here. There we go. All good to go now. So, I know I said that Monday was going to turn into Miller Lite Monday. But as of which, I don't have any Miller Lite today because I forgot to buy some for the most part. And we're doing this thing where I'm probably going to spend the next month probably not drinking much beer. I want to drop a little bit of weight. I want to try to get a healthier lifestyle going, eat a little better, ignore the monster as I'm saying this. Try to do a little bit better for myself. We're going to go live on Facebook as well right now. We'll get that set up as well. All right, we're going to be done with that one. I got the Rona. The Rona, I swear. All right, we're starting the live video. There we go. We're starting out a little crooked, but that's my fault. You guys get to see my knees again. Yeah. You guys get to enjoy my kneecaps. So, to the Facebook family, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And we are here for our Monday review. Now, as I said, as these guys know, we're just drinking our monster here, getting everything going up, getting ready for the night. And then we'll be choosing a random selection of a drink tonight to be talking about, going over, and reminiscing on. And I'll be able to tell you guys what you're missing out and not trying because it tastes freaking great, right? Who doesn't want to try whiskey? Whiskey's awesome. Who wouldn't want to try things? I feel naked without my phone. So this week's going to be pretty great. I'm actually pretty excited for this week. Last week was a very long week. I worked Monday through Saturday. I was able to get off on Sunday. And then I work today, and I work tomorrow, and I work Wednesday. But I'm off on Thursday. And then I'm working Friday, and I'm off all weekend. So hopefully we'll get a lot done this coming week. We've got a car that we're supposed to be looking at, trying to see what we're going to do with it. We went to look at a truck yesterday. Turned out to have a oil pump problem, so we're not going to be getting that truck. I wouldn't have minded getting it, but it's not going to be worth replacing the oil pump on just to drive it, because by the time we do that, everything else is probably just going to be bad or torn or ticking or lifting, and we just don't want to hear the knocking sound. So we're going to move on, future endeavors, and see what actually the issues are, and see what we're going to go be able to do further down the road. Now, the only reason why we're doing so is because we just need an extra vehicle, really, honestly. We have the Mustang. We have Pretty Lady Jeep. But we would like a third vehicle just for like a vacation or something where we don't have to drive our 30-year-old cars to the other side of the world and back. Because the Mustang's terrible on gas for the most part. It halfway runs and starts sometimes until I get the transmission fixed. Well, the flywheel fixed. Once I get the flywheel fixed, and then we will be going again. But until then, I'm being lazy, and I'm going to do the excessive route and buy a new vehicle. Oh yeah, Kenny sent me that thing on Discord. I can play that music. You go to. He sent me music that I can play. There we go. We'll try this one out for a little bit to see how it plays. We'll turn it down just a tad. It's a little bit louder than the other. I'm trying to get the volume right. There we go. We got the volume down. Got everything figured out there. We went too loud for you guys and not too loud for me. Hopefully it's not. Let me turn my mic just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it's too loud for you guys, let me know and I'll fix it. We got about 10 more minutes and we will jump into the bottle of the day and what we're going to be trying on tonight and sipping on. I really haven't decided yet. So as you guys can tell, for the most part, you can kind of see what's behind me. So if you have any intuition of what you would like me to try, what you'd like me to talk about or chat about, these drinks specifically, let me know. I will pull one down and we will talk about it. We will probably only be doing one bottle tonight. We have done 3 bottles, I think, every night for the last, or every live for the last 3 weeks. So we've done 16 bottles. We have talked about 16 bottles in 2 weeks. So this week we're probably going to step down just a little bit. We're going to do probably 1 bottle a night. But I want these bottles a night this week to be, ignore my patsiness, but I want this bottles this week to be on the little more expensive side. So I will probably do either the Kentucky Spirit here, the Gentleman Jack, or one of the other more expensive ones that I have in the back there that just have a really great taste and a unique flavor and that I would just truly enjoy. But like I said, we got a few more minutes till we jump into that. If there's something up there that you see that you would like to see or you would like me to talk about, let me know. And I will pull the bottle down. It might be something that you want to try, something that you would like to see the actual bottle because it might look cool, or something you ain't seen before. Just let me know. We'll figure something out, I'm sure. I'm sure we can work something out. That guy said my name. My real name. Oh, weird. All right, how's the music, guys? Anybody tell me? Is it too loud? I just adjusted it again. I was trying to figure out why the guy was saying my name. Well, all right, Monster's gone. So we may go ahead and jump into the whiskey just a little bit sooner. We're just waiting on more people to show up here that want to see the whiskeys. I don't want to start too early and not everybody get to see the whiskey of the day and talk about it. So I kind of like to wait that first 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes or so, just chatting, rambling, and letting people come in, go, just trying to get the feel for everybody. And then about that 15-minute mark is about usually pull down the bottle, and we'll talk about the bottle after that. So we got we'll go down another 2 minutes. Well, yeah, another 2 minutes, and we'll grab a bottle. And we'll let whoever is watching at the moment, once we hit that 15-minute mark, we will definitely let you guys choose which bottle we are drinking tonight. So, that being said, we got about 2 minutes, and then we'll let you guys can start commenting. Now, if you would like, comment, message, however you want to do it, I don't care. And choose a said bottle across the top here. I would like to do one of the more expensive bottles or a bottle that we have not yet done. If we have done the bottle that you select, I will let you know, and I'll have you choose another. But until then, I accept all referrals. At about 15 or after 15 minutes, I'll probably just choose one. It's weird having so many mouths. This weather change has got my nostrils all screwed up. One wants to breathe, one doesn't want to breathe, and then one wants to stay like F you. I'll go lay in bed, and it wants to go to the other side, and I roll over, and it rolls back to the other side. I want to breathe. All right. All right. I can't look at your message, Kitty. I am live, and I don't think I can go off this screen. In the video, I'm pretty sure it ends the video if I go off the stream to look at your message. But a 30 mil steak is pretty intense. I bet he wins. I bet he wins without pin. All right, so it is that 15.5-minute mark. We will be pulling out a bottle here and trying that. So let's do. We'll do Gentleman Jack. Mostly because it's one of my favorites that we have up there. We'll slide this back just a little bit more. Everybody can see it just a little better. Slide that way. You know we always have glass. All right, so the reason why I choose a Gentleman Jack is because of the flavor it has, the bold, unique flavor that Gentleman Jack has compared to the rest of the Jack Daniel's brand. Now, however, the majority of the reason why I chose this bottle is because I edited this video 17 billion different times the other day. I made a video on a taste test on this bottle last week. I've done this bottle. I drank this bottle 4 or 5 times in a row, just trying to get this video right, man. I couldn't get it. Every time I uploaded it, it was patchy and it would splotch and the audio was off. And then, so here we are now. I figured I could drink this again with you guys now. And it reminded me after we looked around at it a little bit ago. And I was like, hey, you know what? We might as well do this just because not everybody probably after the first Skippy message or whatever that they heard, they're probably like, yeah, I'm not going to watch this. I think this is stupid. So what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be trying this one out just for you guys. That way you guys can see it without it being all patched up and blotchy like the actual original is. So now, let me put the lid back on it and tell you what the bottle says before everybody has a stroke. So this is Jack Daniel's Gentleman Jack. Double Mellow Tennessee Whiskey. Distilled and bottled by Jack Daniel's Distillery, Lynchburg, Tennessee. 40% alcohol, 80 proof. About the same as Jack. But this one has a different flavor. So with this one, it just says, that's about it. It doesn't really say a whole lot more on it. But I think, I'm not entirely sure, the age difference is what's mostly the difference in this and the distilling process that they actually use. I think they add a secondary process inside their aging, whether that be they add in a different kind of wood or whether they add in some staves or whatever they add in for that extra length of time to give it the flavor, that oakiness, that little bit of char in there, that charcoal. It makes for a really, really good bottle. And like I said, it's mellow and it's really, really awesome. Just a little bit. All right. So, and I like how the mouth is made weird, so the cap is massive, right? But the top of the bottle really isn't that big. It's just, it makes it seem that it's that big. So, close it back. So you can tell also it has a different color than Jack. Not a very distinguished color change, but compared to your normal Jack Daniel's, your Tennessee whiskey, your number 76, whatever you want to call it, it has a very distinctive oaky brown color that is very well known. It is close to your Jim Beam colors and stuff like that. But this here has a darker tone to it. You can kind of see it better in the center of the glass, mostly because the ring light glares off a lot of the color and a lot of the flavor glares off a lot of the hues inside the glass because of the sparkle. But it's a little bit darker than your Jack. And the Jack is actually, I think I got it backwards. I think the Jack is lighter than this one, mostly because the aging process, the distilling process, and the barrels that are used in the process of making Gentleman Jack. Now, that being said, that makes Gentleman Jack a lot smoother, a lot softer, but it has more of a charred taste, and you get more of that oak in there. Now, if you're not more of the oaky fan, if you like your regular Jack or something, this might not be something for you, mostly because of the added strains that go into it from the process of it being just that much longer in the video. If I could stop getting tongue-tied for 30 seconds, it would make it just that much better than Jack, in my opinion. Now, however, I do like Jack. Jack Daniels is a very great, very well-known brand. A lot of people love Jack Daniels, straight, regular Tennessee whiskey, and it's just something that's a go-to. It's kind of cheap. It's easy to get. 99% of your ABC stores have it, and it's just something that a lot of people enjoy. Now, this is something that's a little stepped up. It's actually cheaper than what I had anticipated it to be whenever I went to go buy some. I went to go to the ABC store. I was like, I'm going to go buy something a little bit expensive today. And we got to looking, and pretty lady doesn't really go with me to the ABC store, but I got to looking around. And I was like, hey, I guess I'll finally buy some Gentleman Jack, and I'll do a video on it, I guess, finally. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go buy some. I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be a little expensive, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it now. And it's only $30 now. I think it's like $30, $39, something like that. It's very cheap. I thought it was closer to like that $50 range, but it's only that like second step up from your regular Jack, you know? It's like going from Jefferson to a Jefferson small batch. It's just that $10, $15 difference, you know? And that $10, $15 makes a huge difference and goes a long way. Sometimes it's in the right way. Sometimes it's totally in the wrong direction. Now, the smell of it is very good. It has a more nutty flavor smell to it than regular Jack does. A little less on the cherry note compared to regular Jack, but it still has that heavy vanilla, but that oakness malt stuff. That oakiness that you get in there is just what really binds this drink together, in my opinion. It makes this drink that much more potent, in my opinion, even though it's only 80 proof, which is the exact same as regular Jack, is that it just tastes so much more mellow. Like the words, mellow, like it says. But it's made for gentlemen, I guess you could say. It's the Gentleman of Jack. But cheers, we're going to try this out just for you guys and all the people around the world that want to watch. And the really good thing that I love about Gentleman Jack is how you don't get that real strong smell when you smell a Jack. You get that little bit of like, hey, yeah, it's Jack, but it doesn't give you that nose hair curling smell that most of the time Jack Daniels usually gives you. However, it does have that same good old Jack Daniels backbite burn that a lot of people don't really enjoy because they don't like the burn of whiskey. Me, I'm weird. There's a lot of other people that are like me that like to have that whiskey burn because that's what makes it exciting. That's what makes it good. If you want to drink a baby whiskey that doesn't burn, then go to your mixed drinks. Go to your flavored stuff because that's where it's at. If you don't like that burn, that's how it goes. It's not going to make you any less of a person, I guess, but I just genuinely enjoy the burn. That's why I buy a little bit stronger proofs. You got the Virgin 101. It's 101 proof. My buddy Brandon bought that for me. You got the Wild Turkey 101. You got the Kentucky Spirit. It's 101. There's several others that are 110, 105 that we've had on this channel. There's some that's at the ABC store that we still haven't gotten yet that are up in that 100 ballpark range. But those are some of the most rock gut stuff because it burns. It's hard. It's hard liquor. Some of it's just really cheap. Like I can buy a big bottle of virgin bourbon and it will be like $30 and it's like half a gallon, you know? But that's insane, right? For that amount. So it makes it not necessarily. So when people go to get drinks, usually they go to the ABC store to get drunk. They don't go to get classy drinks and try it. So the appeal that is pulled off from some of these lower tiered corporations that make, or distilleries that make these drinks is, hey, if I can use the cheapest amount of stuff and make this the strongest and most potent thing and make it cheap, it's going to get bought because they want to drink something that's going to get them wasted really quick and really cheap. And that's what all these field parties have. They either have Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, moonshine, or some random cheap whiskey that come out of nowhere They got Aristocrat. They got Smirnoffs. They got all these really like on the lower tier side of the drinks. Smirnoff has great vodka. Jack Daniels has great whiskey. Jim Beam has great whiskeys. But everybody's buying the regular ones. They're not buying the more uppity ones that have different flavors. They're not looking for that taste. These guys are just looking to get plastered, and that's how they roll into their sale for that. They spend $10 on making a 101 proof drink, and they sell it for $15. They make a $5 profit because somebody's still going to buy that because they're like, wow, that's 101 proof. It was like back when I used to buy Bacardi a lot, I would buy Bacardi 151, and it was cheap. And that's why I bought it, because it was 151 proof. I mean, why wouldn't you buy something that was strong and that cheap, until you drink it a lot, and then you're like, wow, I have an issue because I am way plastered. And it tasted so good. And then I think they finally actually took it off the shelf to where it just doesn't get sold anymore. It's 100%. I don't think you can get Bacardi 151 anywhere at all in the States, at least in the States alone. Now, however, there's a few whiskeys that I have on here that are really cool that go through multiple distilling processes. So with that being said, that means they go like the Barbados, the rum up here that I have, it's called Plantation. It starts out in Barbados. It gets made into a rum. It sits in that rum in that casket for 5 years, right? Or no, I think it's 3 years there, and then it gets shipped to Italy, and then it's baked with or distilled with 10 oak staves. And then it sits for another aging process, giving you a total of 5 years of aging process in it. And so that's where a lot of it comes into play is like, if you spend 5 years making this rum, how much are you going to sell it for? You don't want to waste money by a longer age, because then you're going to sell it for more. And not many people want to buy by age because of the price limit that goes into. Because that's why a lot of your 12-year scotches, your single malts, your bourbons that are aged for like 15, 20 years are so freaking expensive, is because that takes time. That takes effort. These guys had to wait 20 years, 12 years before they can start making good whiskey, And then they're like, bam, $100 bottle. And everybody's like, well, that's too expensive. No, it's not too expensive. You just can't afford to pay for the good stuff. Which is okay to be that way. I mean, and not everybody can afford that. There's things that I can't afford because I'm not going to pay that outrageous number. It's like the Johnny Walker up here. Blue Label's like $300 for the same size bottle. You think I'm going to pay that? Probably eventually, yes, I'm going to. But, however, at the moment and right now, I'm not going to do that. That just doesn't seem right. There's no need for me to be doing that, right? It's just kind of absurd. Now, the good thing about Gentleman Jack is the aftertaste. It's mellow, as the cap says, and it goes away so quickly. It doesn't stick around. It doesn't stay. And it doesn't have a lingering taste, if that makes sense. The lingering taste that you get is still the same taste that you get from the whiskey. So with that being said, if you enjoy the whiskey, you're going to enjoy the flavor of the aftertaste and the burn and everything else that sticks around. You're going to enjoy that a little bit more. Now, however, if you don't like drinking yours straight off the shelf, you guys watch me. I pulled it right off the shelf, set it on the table, and poured a glass. You can put ice cubes in. The reason why I don't like ice cubes is because they float and they water down your whiskey, and while you're drinking it, they hit you in the mouth. Me, you have a mustache, and that's just annoying. So my favorite thing is I bought a glass set off of Amazon, which is this glass here. And it comes with this glass. It comes with another glass that looks just like this one. It comes with a baggie and 6 freezer cubes. And these freezer cubes are magnetic. So what they do is they stick together, obviously, because they're magnetic, and they sink to the bottom. After you freeze them, they just sink to the bottom. They're going to sink either way because they're metal and they're rocks. But they stick together at the bottom of the glass. That way, when you tilt your drink up, it doesn't hit you in the lips. It doesn't fall forward. It doesn't. And the greatest thing about it is the fact that I lost my train of thought. The greatest thing about using these magnetic rocks is that it doesn't lose any of the strands in the whiskey. You don't take the water out of the ice and start pulling apart the strands because you're using these solid rocks that just metal together. And they're just keeping the whiskey a little cool, And it's not freezer temperature. There's some people that like to put their whiskeys in the freezer. Now, however, I do that myself. Now, if it's Fireball, it's coming out of the freezer. If it's Jack Honey, it's coming out of the freezer. If it's Jim Honey, it's coming out of the freezer. I mean, there's just some of those that are really, really good out of the freezer. Now, however, I do not condone Fireball as a whiskey. I never will condone Fireball as a whiskey, but it is categorized as a whiskey. However, I doubt you find many people that will call it a whiskey. Now, this one here is a Jack Daniel's Fire. Exact same thing as Fireball. Just the name on it makes it a whiskey. No, it's a whiskey, no matter how you look at it. I just like to talk shit about Fireball, but that's just how I am. Actually, I'll show you my glass rocks. I'll be right back. Need my flipping rock. You too, honey. Alright, so I bought my Amazon box about, I don't know, a little less than a year ago when I first started getting into whiskeys, and I really wanted a whiskey glass. And so I was like, what do I want to get? Because I would drink out of random glasses all the time, and I was like, man, I need to get something going. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to order some glasses. And then I found this nice, beautiful cherry oak box. It's holding up some stuff back here, so I can't really get it down right now. But it come with 2 of these glasses. It come with some tongs, and it come with this black baggie here. And this is the name of it. It's called Traffle Essentials. There you go, Traffle Essentials. And pretty much what this is it's my freezer cubes. Pull out 2 of them. See, you can't really tell because it's not a strong magnet, but however, there's your cubes. And they're about the same height as these. So if you pour a double, I'd probably use maybe 2. I don't really use them that often unless I'm sipping on something or I got something really nice that I want to last a little while, or I want to try to see what something tastes like cold. So pretty much all you're going to do with these is just simple as said, simple enough. You just go and you set them in there. And they just sit at the bottom. That's all I do. They don't move. They float around and they slide around on the bottom. As you can see, as I move the glass, they just slide up and down, but they slide together. And that's what's really good because when you drink, they don't fall down on your face. I think the most I've ever had in one is 3, and they still stayed at the bottom. So it is a very well-bought box. I think it was only $20, $25 for all of it, which is an awesome deal. And you get 2, 4, 6, 8. You get 8 cubes. You get 2 glasses. You get some tongs, and you get a nice little baggie, and you get a amazing looking cherry oak box with all the foam inserts and everything else like that for everything to sit down inside of. So it is definitely 100% worth the purchase in my opinion. But then again, if it's not something that you don't enjoy, then there's no point in you going out of your way to buy it. Now, it could be something that you may enjoy, or it might be a step in that direction to get you into what you want to do with it. I mean, I didn't know I would like these freezer cubes, and then somebody was like, hey, you should try freezer cubes instead of ice because it'll stop taking away from the whiskey. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. I should probably do that. And that's how I ended up essentially buying this set because it had the cubes in it and everything else. Now, I do like the aspect of some of the ices you can do. Cody brought me one over here and makes a sphere. But it's a massive sphere. It's like the size of a softball or a baseball, and then more like a baseball. But there's others on here that you can go online on Amazon. You can buy, and they crush the ice, or they like slow heat the ice into a skull or a crystal or a stormtrooper or a little bit of anything that you want this ice to shape into. You could buy it on Amazon and then make your own shaped ice cube. Now, however, I'll probably be buying some to go into the channel. But for right now, I'm just rocking these and that big one. But that big one, like if you set it down in here, the top of the ice is like right here, but it's all the way at the bottom. It's a massive ball. Actually, those are still. I used it on a video actually. The Sour Grappler video I actually took the ball out. So you guys, if you want to check out, see how big that ball is there, you can go to that video and check it out. But the number one video you guys should check out is all of them. Even though I have one video at the moment that I believe is getting ready to hit a little over, right at 900 views. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're at 835 views on that one video, and that is a tremendous amount of views for me because I'm a small-time video maker because I don't really do a whole lot. But on the bright side, we're at 123 subscribers. Once we hit that 150 subscriber mark, we'll be doing a bottle giveaway to all the subscribers. Whoever wins, not to all the subscribers, but it's whoever wins. There will be a roll, and I'll put everybody's name in it that is public or who has subscribed to me. I will do a roll, and it will give me a name, and that's who won. If you win, it's same rules as before on the first few giveaways. If you win, if you're nearby, we'll do a video together. If you're not nearby, I'll mail it to you, and then we can do a live video together back and forth on Facebook if you would like to do so as well. However, if you don't want a bottle of whiskey just because you just don't enjoy whiskey or something, you just follow me for the support, we'll work on another giveaway that we could give something to you just so where you can enjoy it yourself, because I don't want to give you guys anything you don't want. So if you win the giveaway, I might as well give you something you're going to want, right? Because at that point, it just turns into it makes it no fun to win because you don't want the object to win. So as of right now, it will be a bottle of whiskey. However, not sure which bottle until I'll find the one. I'll be walking to the ABC store, and I'll be like, you know what? That's going to be the giveaway bottle. And then once I do, I will broadcast it to you guys. The first two giveaways, technically three, I kept the bottle a secret until the person who won it got it. That way it was kind of a suspicion. But as of, I think, this one, I think I'll buy the bottle, and then once I buy the bottle, I'll present the bottle. And maybe that'd be a little bit more incentive for the subscribes, or some people to subscribe. Maybe they want that bottle, they want to try the bottle. Hey, it's a free bottle of whiskey that you could potentially win, and that's just, it's easy. It's free, it's cheap. It's cheap for you guys because it's free. It's not cheap for me. But there's something in this bag. I don't know. But this bag has come a long way. I mean, like I said, I've had it for like a year, and it has been a very durable bag. I've dropped it, I've froze it, I've washed it, and the cubes are dishwasher safe. You can use these cubes in any type of dishwasher, and it's fine. Just put them in with your utensils. They're already on utensils. If I could talk, put them in there with your utensils, and they wash just the same as plates and forks and spoons. Anything you got in there, it washes just the same, which is pretty awesome. Where a lot of your stuff like that aren't really dishwasher safe, so it's good to know that those are. We're still drinking all this stuff. Yeah, and they haven't even been in there that long, and it's already cooled down the whiskey. So it helps out a lot in the time just by adding those few cubes in there. Adds in that nice little cool flavor. Why did I say flavor? Coolness to the whiskey. Or you can keep it straight like I usually do. Keep it warm throughout the shelf. That's pretty much what I like it, and that's how I like to keep it. Mostly because it's easier that way. I ain't got to worry about waiting the next day to get a drink or something. I can just get it off the shelf. And honestly, when I first started drinking, I drank all my whiskey cold. And if it wasn't cold, I kind of didn't want it. I was like, you know what? I think it should be cold. Well, I finally got this one. I was hanging out with my buddy Ryan, and he was like, "Hey, you should try some of these whiskeys." And I was like, "They're they're on the shelf. You don't want to let them get cold?" And he's like, "You that's not how this works." And he's like, "Well, okay." And he's like, "Try some of these, and if you like them this way, it'll change your mind." And I was like, "Okay." So I tried a few of the whiskeys that he had that was sitting out on the shelf, and ever since he had me drink the warm whiskey straight off the shelf, it has changed my opinion on drinking warm whiskey, just because of the flavors and the textures and the taste that you get from them. It just changes it completely. And I really do enjoy a warm whiskey over a cold whiskey for the most part. Now, like I said, however, I do like to put my cubes in there. Just sometimes if it's a hot day and I want to sit outside and I'm drinking whiskey or something, then I want to put a nice cube in there just to keep it cool because I don't want to get too hot. I'm actually pretty sure it says to keep it below a certain temperature on some of these bottles, so it is what it is. Unless it's like a liqueur. I guess a liqueur would probably go bad fairly quickly outside. I think no. It's skipping? Yeah, it's skipping. I was watching it skip because I was seeing my body twitch. And I was like, what the heck's going on? But if you've never had Gentleman Jack before, it's 100% something that you should try, taste, and get. It is a little bit on the expensive side. Like I said, it's closer to that $30 mark. That could be a little expensive for some people. In my opinion, it's not that bad. It's a lot cheaper than some of the other ones that I have bought on this channel. There's bottles that go upwards to $100+ that we've had on this channel. So, I mean, it is what it is. Now, I don't mind spending a little extra for the flavor because there's some drinks that you just spend money on and you're like, man, that was a waste of money because it was just terrible. But then there's some drinks that you spend that extra dollar on and it is just one of the best drinks that you've ever had, you know? There's some drinks that I still want to try. It's like Buffalo Trace is one. I haven't had that one yet, and I see everybody talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I think I want to try that. Everybody says it's really good, and it's just one of those bucket list drinks, I guess you could say, almost like Johnny Walker Blue Label, because like I said, it's a $300 bottle. I bought one for Cody for his birthday. It was a Crown XR. It was like it was like $130, $140. But to him, it wasn't good, and that's fine. I mean, I didn't buy it for him to be good because we'd never had it before. It was just something he'd always wanted to try, which goes to show, guys, you don't have to go out here to the ABC store and spend hundreds of dollars for a good whiskey. You can go. I have bought $5 whiskeys that taste damn good. All right, I mean, but then again, I've bought $30 whiskeys that taste terrible, and I've definitely bought some really cheap whiskeys that taste really bad. Because, I mean, the cheaper the quality that goes into making it. It's like if you pay me $5 to mow your yard compared to you paying me $100 to mow your yard. How good do you think your yard's going to look, you know, depending on what you pay for it. So, again, the processing, the aging, the distilling, the flavoring, everything's going to be determined on how much you pay for it. I mean, just because you spend $60 on a bottle doesn't mean it's aged longer. 90%, a good portion of your whiskeys that get sold around that $40, $50, $60 range are only aged for 3 years. So it's only a 36-month process, and you're still spending $60 on it, you know? So why not spend, if you're spending $60 on a 3-year-old bottle of whiskey, why not take that $60 and spend it on like a 12-year bottle of whiskey? And you'll taste the flavor of this. You'll get more of that char in there. You'll get more of the oak in there. The strands will be stronger, and it will taste so much better. It'll be smoother, and the oakiness inside of it will just be tremendously different. Now, however, I have not done a 12-year wine on this channel, but I do wish to do one sometime soon. And I'm fidgeting like a crap ton on this bag because I like it. I don't know. I'm weird. The best thing you can do is that. And if you're already at the ABC store and you're already spending that much money, you might as well go ahead. If you're going to spend, like I said, if you're going to spend $60 on a 36-month whiskey, why not find you something else in the ABC store that you can spend $60 on and get your money's worth? Get you a 5-year or a 10-year whiskey, something that has a little bit more flavor, a little more class to it, something that has a little extra strength behind it that you're going to taste and something that you're going to remember. Because I can go buy a $5 whiskey right now that will probably taste a lot better than some of these $30 whiskeys. And I've only done that because I've tried so many different whiskeys from the ABC store. It's ridiculous. You'll notice, like, if you ever do videos, I didn't never think about how many bottles I was going to end up having to buy making these. I don't make no money doing this. I know this is 100% out of my pocket. I cannot tell you guys how much money I've spent on bottles, but I can tell you guys that we do video every single day, and a good 70% of the videos have been a new bottle. And with a new bottle means a new new bottles. So if 70% of our videos are a new bottle, and we are probably over 260, right at 270 videos, that's a lot of bottles. That's I mean, I'm not complaining. I like trying new bottles. This is something I've wanted to do since forever, is to try a whole bunch of different drinks and try to see which ones I actually enjoy. Now some of them may not get drank for months and months at a time. Hell, this Basil Hayden has been on the shelf since November of last year. There's this majority of this shelf right here has been on this shelf for a good 8 months, 9 months after it was purchased. These over here are more of the newer ones, because beforehand I was buying a lot of cheap ones as fillers over here, and then we were just drinking those when a bunch of people were over. And these over here are just new ones that I've been buying here recently coming in, and we had to buy a new dresser fill for it because we was like, oh, I'm out of room again. So I got tired of running out of room. I got tired of wasting whiskey. So we went ahead and got this Pretty Lady's grandma, I think, found it. It's either her or Pretty Lady had found it, and we decided to move it on over here because it was free. It was easy to get. Me and our grandpa just went and picked it up and brought it here. Never know what's going to happen. Half the time, I don't know what's happening. Pretty Lady's like, hey, come here. I got some stuff. I'll get there, and we bought new things. And I'm like, oh, okay, and we'll bring it here, we unload it, and we'll put it somewhere in the house. But like I was saying yesterday on the YouTube video, I believe, the good news that I've been trying to tell you guys, I just haven't because Pretty Lady hasn't found the right one yet, is we got approved for a puppy. Well, we call it a puppy. I call everything a puppy for the most part. Now, with that being said, it has to be less than 25 pounds, 25 pounds or less. We want a female, and it has to be potty trained already. That's ours. Me and Pretty Lady want it to be already potty trained. We don't want anything that's not, because it's true hardwood floors, and we just don't want to get those messed up. So we're looking for a pupper to fill a void because she's missing her dog. So we're going to buy a new one here soon, trying to find one for the house. It won't be too terrible to find, I'm sure. I'm sure she'll find the right doggo soon. She's been looking for like 2 weeks now, and she's probably looked at like 5,000 different dogs. It is ridiculous. So guys, if you're watching and you know anybody that has a female dog that's under 25 pounds that is house trained, you let me know, and we will let you know if we would like the dog or whatever. We're both being kind of picky about which one we want, but I'm sure eventually we will find the right one that meets our chemistry that we're looking for in a dog. Just because we don't want to have a dog that doesn't like have the same intellectual feeling, I guess you could say, as we do, because we don't want it to come over here and live a bad life, even if we're trying to give it its good life. Our chemistry just don't match. That's what Pretty Lady was getting at. I'm assuming, kind of. She's more into that stuff than I am. Me, I'll just buy a dog, and I love it. It doesn't matter to me. I like dogs. I can buy a dog tomorrow. It could be a weird, random dog, but I'll probably love it anyway. And that's how it works. To her, it has to be the right dog. And I understand that. So we're gonna keep looking until we find the right one. But, however, we're going to be finishing up this drink here in just a second, and the live video will be coming to an end. It has been a wonderful, wonderful hour. We got about 12 minutes left in this. And that's about it. I mean, lots been going on here recently here at the house. Me and Pretty Lady's been buying new things for the house. The house has come a long way. We're buying another vehicle, getting everything situated. Pretty Lady's been having some great things happen at work. I'm having some great things happen at work. We're just living the best life that we can and being happy with our own stress levels and our own mental states to where we're happy no matter what's going on. Because if you're not happy with yourself, and if you're not happy with what you're doing in life, then you're not going to be happy and genuine. Because I've always felt like if you're not happy with yourself, then you can't be happy with someone else. And I am truly happy now because of what me and Pretty Lady have done and became. So that being said, we will always grow. And I'm sure next year this house will be full of a bunch of random. I have no clue why it's here. I'm sure we'll have our pupper in the next week or two. And we'll be just doing random stuff all the time. We want to go camping soon. So we'll probably go camping here in the next week or two. Or actually, probably next 3 or 4 weeks. Just depends. We do have a lot coming up. hopefully we'll be able to get it in by the end of September. If not, I'm pretty sure she's going to be upset. We didn't get to go camping at all this year. And then we didn't get to go last year because my dumb self broke my leg in 3 places, which kind of hurt that a little bit. But that's okay. We have plenty of time to go camping, so I'm not too worried about going camping. But we'll figure it out. So, cheers. To a wonderful whiskey. It's great. So, guys, I know on Facebook we haven't been live for an hour, but I do apologize for that one. It's hard for me to go live on Facebook and YouTube at the exact same time. Well, it's really not. I can do everything at the exact same time, but I like to use Facebook, or I like to use my cell phone for Facebook. So what I usually do is I go live on YouTube, and then once I'm live on YouTube, I talk for a little bit, talk for about 5 or 6 minutes as I'm sharing everything out on my cell phone, getting music set up, and getting everything ready to go live. And then once I'm live and everything situated for that amount of time, however long it takes, then I go live on Facebook. And then that's when I start talking more about people. And then I wait about, usually my genuine perspective is to talk about a whiskey because that's what we do. And I wait about the first 15 minutes, and then we bring out a whiskey because I don't want to bring out a whiskey in the first 10 minutes and everybody be like, well, okay. But then you got some people that come in a little later and they're like, well, I didn't really get to see the whiskey. And then you get a bunch of random questions. So if I can wait to that 15-minute, 20-minute mark to where I have a group in here that's sticking around for a little bit and wants to learn about the whiskey, that's when I like to go ahead and jump in, choose a whiskey, and go with it. That's why, like I said, I chose today's whiskey for guys that are watching right now and then watching the beginning. And this is how we're going to end it, is I'm going to explain this to you guys on the reason why. So last week, or a few weeks ago, I got my camera. Everything's been going great with the camera. Until last week, when I started posting videos, they started being patchy and skippy and everything else. I'm 100% certain that it is my computer. My monitor is great, but my computer is old and it's being patchy. So my last few days, I've been posting videos on my phone. But however, before I started posting videos on my phone, they were being posted from the camera. And that's when I didn't realize until somebody was like, hey, you had several come out that way. And it just so happened to be the Pink Whitney and my Gentleman Jack video that come out patchy. So that's why I chose this bottle today. I wanted you guys to be able to listen and see what this bottle's like. I know it took me a lot longer. I felt like you guys deserved a longer explanation of this bottle, mostly because you got crapped out on the actual video because I wasn't able to get a good quality one out there for you guys. So with me being able to do this video for an hour almost and talk to you guys about Gentleman Jack and let you know about how it tastes, how it smells, and do such a longer video on it, I feel like it really shows you guys or tells you guys more in depth about the bottle specifically. So, and I thought that would be a lot better of an option for the channel or for the views of this bottle specifically. Now, however, if you guys didn't like it, I'm sorry. But I know usually we do 3 or so bottles a night, but I want to kind of cut it down to 1 just because we're running out so far of the ones that we have on the shelf already. Like I said, we've been doing this for 3 weeks. The first 2 weeks, 3 bottles a day. That's 9 bottles a week, and that's 16 bottles in 2 weeks. And this being week 3, that would have been a lot of bottles. We would have been at 18 bottles a day, 21 tomorrow, and 24 by Friday. So it's just a lot of bottles, and we didn't want to continue a cycle that I couldn't keep up with because 3 bottles every week, or 3 bottles a week is easy, but 3 bottles 3 days a week, so that's 9 bottles a week on top of my regular 7 bottles a week. So I got to come up with an extra 2 bottles on top of my 7 a week, which that's an extra probably $40, $50 a week on top of whatever else I end up spending. So it's just a lot extra, and I couldn't justify doing that. But, however, I know it's a little bit short and a little bit shy, but it's only 5 minutes, guys. And you guys have been awesome and wonderful. Tonight has been great. I always enjoy watching you guys or talking to you guys and listening to what you guys have to say. You guys are truly awesome. And thanks for everything that you guys have done because you guys are why I do what I do. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them below in either video, whether it be the Facebook or whether it be the YouTube. Either one. And if you want to see me try a new whiskey, follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to see a special whiskey, comment or message me, and I will do a video on it. I promise. Just shoot me a message or comment on a video, and I will get to it as soon as possible. Remember, guys, I know you guys on Facebook know my name, and I know you guys on YouTube know my name. But on YouTube, my name is Justin Hallman, because beside that, you hit that subscribe button to become part of the family, because that's what we are. And we do that on everything. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to scoot forward up here. We're going to go ahead and end it on Facebook here. That way we can do our outro and stuff on the YouTube channel. But guys, on Facebook, thanks for watching. I hope you guys had a great night as I did. And I'll catch you guys on Wednesday with our next live video. Hope you guys have a blessed night. Have a blessed day tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Catch you later, guys. Oh, yeah. All right, so we just had to end that up there. Phone was kind of dying anyway, but that's okay. I had a wonderful time on there. It's always a great time going live. I love going live. It's so fun. Thanks to my cousin Kenny and my friends Ray and Cody and them for actually pushing me into doing these videos, because if I would have never done them, you guys would never be here watching me today. So that being said, guys, I want to thank you guys on YouTube so much for watching and so much for the support, as everything that you guys do, continue to do, and everything that you will do is truly amazing. And I continue to hopefully post videos every single day. So with that being said, guys, you know I'm going to see a video, or you're going to see a video tomorrow. And if you want to keep up with those videos, hit that subscribe button below, hit that notification bell, let you know every single time that I go live or I post a video. And if you guys want to see that, all you got to do is hit those buttons, and it's easy, it's cheap, and it's free. And guys, till next time, which will be Wednesday, I will be live. Until then, catch my brand new video tomorrow. You're going to want to see it, because I don't even know what's going to happen yet, because I like to live every day, one day at a time, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll catch you later, guys, and I will see you then.